Ravens quarterback Lamar Jackson, congratulations on the win. This was a game where you didn't have your starting center, your starting left tackle, your starting running back. A lot of people made a lot of that, but you still had a dominant performance, a balanced performance. What does that say about the depth of this team and the talent of this team?
We got guys, when our guys go down, we got great guys that step up, to the plate. Definitely with a rival in our division, great team we just played. Those guys just got to keep stacking, keep doing what they're doing.
Geno Stone had a huge interception to start that second half that seemed to give you guys some added momentum, but really your defense limited explosives all game and got pressure on Joe Burrow. How clutch were they?
They were very clutch, especially like you said with Geno with that interception. Read the quarterback eyes and made a great play on the ball. He should have returned it. We're going to talk about that. Me and him going to talk about that later. But great job by the defense for holding those guys under 30 points for us.
Now 2-0. Looking ahead to your next 3 games, 2 of them are against other divisional opponents. When you have a dominant performance like this, what kind of message does that send the rest of the AFC North?
I don't know. I just know our guys just need to keep staying focused. We just got to keep staying locked in and worrying about what we have to, worry about. And we'll focus on them when the time comes.
Congratulations.
I appreciate you.
All right, some looks at the numbers of our other quarterback, Joe Burrow. Shout out to the graphics team upstairs. I mean, they take big swings, a lot of home runs out of that crew. We'll leave this one up to debate. Win-loss, 0-4 in week 1 and 2, weeks 3 through 18. This is over the past 2 seasons. Career, Burrow struggling in the month of September. 1-7 now in weeks 1 and 2 across his entire career. Back in studio with Ryan Wilson. Let's go bad first on the good-bad scale. Bad being Burrow and the Bengals, and that number specifically, 1-7 in weeks 1 and 2. Now, we got to dig deeper. We got to look at some of the opponents. Tough ball games out of the gate always for Joe Burrow as they put him in the forefront of everybody's eye. We're really looking for more out of Joe Burrow is what it boils down
Absolutely.
to. Where have you seen the struggles early on here? Retooled offensive line in front of him, great targets on the outside. Where's the disconnect?
Yeah, I mean, Jamar Chase had 5 catches for 31 yards. That's a starting point. T. Higgins, big day for him, no doubt about it. But you talked about the slow start over the first 2 games of the season going throughout Joe Burrow's career. ACL rookie season. Last season, the appendectomy in July. This year in July, it was, of course, calf injury. And all told, Joe, Mr. Burrow, 3 preseason snaps in his career. So that's obviously a concern. He is rusty. And this is great here, the Geno Stone interception. Not great if you're Joe Burrow, but
cut
the
it
fact...
back, though. Cut it back.
That's right. Lamar Jackson's like, yo, man, we got to talk about this. You have to take someone on and get more yards. It didn't matter at the end of the day, but this face here tells it all. Joe Burrow has to play better. He makes $55 million a year. $3 million a year more than Lamar Jackson, and Lamar's probably going to ask him to pay the difference because of the way they played today. So, look, they're going to rebound, but the stat you read about teams that start 0-2 in back-to-back years not making the playoffs, that's a stark reality in a division that's wide open in the AFC North.
Yeah, we'll see how it plays out. Still a very talented football team, but right now 0-2. Flip side of that coin is a 2-0 Ravens team.
Yes, sir.
Todd Monken, that relationship with his quarterback. As we watched it, there was a lot of Lamar Jackson, but they're doing some different things as well. Are you seeing an offensive coordinator trying to fit a quarterback to his scheme, or a quarterback really redefining a scheme for Todd Monken?
I think it's a little bit of both, and I think the takeaway for me is, and Lamar talked about this as well when he was talking to Evan, they have so many injuries up and down the roster. They lost J.K. Dobbins for the season. They have injuries along the offensive line.
Seems like every year.
Every year, didn't matter. Next man up, and that's sort of the tenor of the NFL for the successful football teams. And I give Lamar a ton of credit. He held out this season. Didn't hold out, but he was looking for the new deal. Got the new deal, and I thought he would come in with a chip on his shoulder, and that's the guy we saw this afternoon. On the other side, of course, we've talked about Joe Burrow and his lack of showing up. We'll see if that changes, but I think Lamar has to feel good about where this offense is going. And also, I said this to you, he probably feels good about their first-round pick, Zay Flowers, who, as I mentioned, reminds me a little bit of Antonio Brown in his prime, and every quarterback could use someone like that.
Did make one unbelievable catch down the field, a place where the Ravens have been lacking in past seasons. Maybe they found the answer there, and we'll look for more answers other places. Your answers in fantasy, well, they read like this. Lamar Jackson, looking more like the top-tier quarterback fantasy-wise that we assume him to be. 26 points after a couple giveaways a week ago that really marred his fantasy performance. Joe Burrow, just 18 here, leaving plenty to be desired. T. Higgins getting in there twice and helping out your matchup.